morning, students. I hope you all are doing well at your places. And today we'll be studying a very interesting chapter about the frog, how he clears all his trashes. Trashes are basically the recycle bin part, जिसके अंदर हम कुछ भी कूड़ा डालते हैं, कोई भी unwanted things like the wastage. It can be our memories, it can be our pictures, images, or whatever it can be, right? The unwanted things that we have to remove, we have to clean it. We'll be studying that how the frog clears his trashes. So let's just begin with this beautiful poem, right? So the title of our poem is My Frog Recycles All His Trash. वो अपने trash को क्या करता है? Recycle means all the unwanted thing, all the wastage, he is just recycling it. वापस से recycle करके use करना. You will be reading and enjoying this poem. हम इस poem को बहुत ही ज़्यादा enjoy करने वाले हैं. See, my frog recycles all his trash. मेरा frog जो है वो सारे के सारे trash को क्या करता है? Recycle करता है. He eats the organic food. वो organic food खाता है. Means it's totally hygienic and it's totally dependent on plants, right? He cares for the environment. वो environment की, हमारे surroundings की बहुत ही ज़्यादा care करता है. He's quite the hipster dude. Hipster dude means the one who is over conscious about all these things that are present in the environment. And dude means the one who is a little bit mod side, right? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. We all have heard this thing in science and technologies. There is a cycle that we first have to reduce the waste, then we have to reuse it, and again, like we have to recycle it. Suppose it's like we can say, suppose the plastics, like sometimes children usually used to dispose of all the plastic pencil box, then they can be reduced to some like shape, and then they are recycled again, and we can make anything, right? इट इज द मोटो ऑफ माई फ्रॉग. ये क्या है? ये मेरे फ्रॉग का एक बेसिक एम है. ही ड्राइव्स अ सोलर पावर कार. वो कैसी कार को ड्राइव करते हैं? सोलर पावर. टू कट द बैक ऑन दी स्मोक, ताकि एयर पोल्यूशन ना हो, इसीलिए वो क्या यूज करते हैं? सोलर पावर कार, राइट? ही हेल्प्स द इंडेंजर स्पीशीज. व्हाट आर इंडेंजर स्पीशीज? जो कि खत्म होने की ताकत पे हैं, राइट? एंड अपोजेस क्लाइमेट चेंज. और क्लाइमेट चेंज को क्या करता है? अपोज करता है. ही न्यूज दैट सिंस ही इज जस्ट अ फ्रॉग, दिस माइट सीम काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेंज कि बीइंग अ फ्रॉग वो इन सब चीज़ों का बहुत ही ज़्यादा ध्यान रखता है, बट ही स्टिल डज हिज वेरी बेस्ट. वो अपना बहुत अच्छा देता है टू कीप आवर प्लानट क्लीन, जिससे कि हमारा अर्थ, प्लानट, मदर अर्थ बिल्कुल क्लीन रहे. एंड ही थिंक्स इट्स ओनली नेचुरल. ये क्या है? सब कुछ नेचुरल. एंड ही इज प्राउड ऑफ बीइंग ग्रीन. और वो ग्रीन होने से बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुद को प्राउड फील करता है. एंड दिस पोएम हैज़ बीन रिटन बाय केन नेस्बिथ, राइट? Moving on to the word basket, the very first word is trash. Trash is basically the garbage and the waste. Organic is the material which is produced by living things. जो living things से produce होता है. Hipster dude is a kind of a young person who follows the latest trends in fashion and clothing and lifestyle. I already told you, kind of a person who is engaged more in modern things, right? And recycle is to keep the objects, to keep use the objects and materials and use them again after processing के बाद भी उसको यूज करना. sometimes like we can see that if we buy a very expensive watch, then their packing, जब उनकी पैकिंग होती है तो हमें बहुत ही अच्छे बॉक्सेस में आती है, and these boxes can be recycled. suppose we are buying a fast track watch or we are buying a Timex watch, right? तो हम लोग देखते हैं कि जो वॉचेस के वो होते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं उनको, कंटेनर्स होते हैं, वो इतनी अच्छी क्वालिटी के यूज होते हैं कि वी कैन पेंट देम एंड यूज देम एज अ पेन होल्डर, राइट? So these kinds of objects can be recycled, they can be reused. And endanger is at the risk of extinction, means to khatam hone ki takat pe. Moving on to the exercise, first we'll be doing the oral exercises where we'll be learning how to pronounce each word correctly, right? So the first word is recycle, then the next one is environment, moving on to the next is hipster, then the smog, right? Then it's endangered, then species, then strange, and then planet. Moving on to the correct answer, the frog recycles all his what? Recycles all his trash, right? The frog cares for the environment. Obviously, the frog helps the endangered species and opposes the climate change, right? My frog motto is what? Recycle, reduce, and reuse, right? And the poem has been composed by Ken Nesbitt, right? Moving on to the complete the lines, first we'll reduce, then we will reuse, and then recycle, right? Is the dash of my frog, is the motto of my, right? He drives dash car. He drives a solar power car. to cut the dash smog, to cut back on the smog, right? But still he does his very best, right? But still, right, to keep what, environment को clean करने के लिए, right, to keep our planet एकदम clean, and he dash natural, and he thinks only natural, and he's dash green, and he is proud of being green, right? Right. Moving further, we have the true and false. The frog eats garbage in the garden. Of course, it's false, right? The frog makes the garden dirty. Again, it's false. The frog is a pet of the poet. It's true. The frog helps the endangered species. Yes. The frog does not oppose the climate change. It's again false. Moving on to the answer the following question. Please do all these question answers in your notebook by your own. I hope you all like this poem. This poem was very small, and it was like basically on the environment that we have learned that we should reuse, reduce, and recycle, and make sure that you do not harm the environment and do as much as air forestation you can do. Please avoid deforestation and please take care of your environment, and please keep studying hard for your exam and stay blessed. Keep smiling. Thank you.